Hello, friends. Hope everyone out there is having a good night so far. Hope it's been a good weekend for everybody. 1G, let's do some heroics, man. We got a bunch of people in guild who could use some gear, or at least valor stones, so should be able to get it going. That's what we're doing tonight, everybody. Just helping some guildies get ready for raid, which is coming up on Tuesday. So close. Hey everyone. Camera is a little bit low, looks like. Let's adjust that. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, let's see here. Get 1G in here. I will help. My warrior is really coming together. We're at 589 now. Let's see. Yeah. So 590. We are up to 1,200 valor stones. I realize that's behind my head. Yeah, 1,200 valor stones. We've got our 11 restored copper keys. So we're ready to go for Tuesday. We've got some guildies to help out tonight, so that's what we're going to be focusing on. How much wax am I sitting on? I think I have 221, so not as much as some, probably more than others. And I farmed it for a bit last night, and I was like, I just can't. I can't do this forever. Let's see here. Oh, I think Juke wanted in. Juke, you ready? Yeah, so that'll help out. I mean, we'll continue to get valor stones as we do stuff next week. So every 10 turn-ins, you get 1.8 thousand gold. That's really nice too. That is really nice. If you use the crystal for it. Yeah, I haven't looked into like that too much. But we're Shemikaze, that's not Juke. I don't know who that is. But yeah, we'll have access to more valor stones via the wax if we need it. And we probably will. The vendor's right beside the wax turning guy. Yeah, we'll bring in Juke for the next one, but I know I rolled a monk here as one of our healers and needs some gear, so Zyre Tactics, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. If you're watching a video instead of the stream, shout out anyway. Let's see. Oh, we got in. All right. Hey, sorry, I was about to tell 1G to bail, but we got in the instance anyway, like everyone else had already accepted. We'll be going for a while tonight, so we'll try and get you in at some point. All right, Dawnbreaker. I'll play for a little, just too late, another 15-hour day. Oh, that's just brutal. Well, yeah, if we're online at the same time, like, message me immediately, because I'm trying to make sure I help everyone out as much as I can. I know having tank queues and a tank that's gonna pull fast can make a big difference in like how fast you're able to farm. So, want to make sure we help everyone out as much as we can with that. $575, so not too stressed out. I'll be playing tomorrow most of the night. Nice. Yeah, I think we've got at least 22 people that are over 580 already, so I think we're gonna be in a good spot. The only concern I have is we have like 6 or 7 healers, but we can, we can figure out what to do with that. Hey, Melnar, how's it going? Finally started playing the expansion, got delayed from live stuff, but hoping I can still make enough time for raid next week. Hope you've been doing well. Yeah, right on. Our roster is looking very, very full, but I'm sure we will have space at some point. I mean, depending on how many, if we have like 40 people show up, we might just try to run 2 groups or something, but we have not come to a consensus on that. We may need to have some people go to different roles. Jord Black, thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Got a video that's doing very, very well right now, so if you're subscribing off of that and not off the stream, you get a shout out anyway. Maybe I'll warrior tank. It's fun. It's fun. I recommend it. Not sure what happened to Omi there. He may have like fallen through the deck. That has happened to me before in this dungeon. Our healer glitched through the boat here too. Well. That's going to be unfortunate in a minute, but thankfully it's a heroic and not a mythic plus yet. I really hope they get a lot of these bugs figured out before we're in here on keys. Flee! Boss defeated. Hey, how's it going, Kama? Hope you're doing well. They do have some bugs to fix in this dungeon, which is a little concerning as it is a Season 1 dungeon, but hopefully that just means they can prioritize it. Oh, we got some friends over here. Oh, we got a lot of friends over here. Yes, as if you're still listening, I am a blacksmith. I have armor smithing almost maxed out. That's mining. So this is my armor smithing right now. So I can do most gear at 590 without any problems. So if you have enchanted weathered crests, I keep wanting to say enchanted whelpling crests. That's gonna bother. That's gonna trouble me for Havoc expansion probably. But if you have enchanted weathered crests, I can make pretty good gear. I'm wearing like half of it right now. Like I made my gloves, belt, boots, and bracers. I have rep gear for the like bigger pieces, obviously. And then Rella got a cloak for me. I'm sure he could do that for you if he hasn't already. We can do this with 2. Since the boss is right here waiting for us. Wait. Oh, I was still mounted. Oops. Sorry, 1G. I thought I dismounted. That was my bad. I don't know if I should craft or wait for Mythic Plus. Well, so here's the thing, right? The gear that drops even at Mythic Plus 2, you're not going to use the Whelpling Crest on at all. So, like right now, it's kind of like use them or they're just obsolete almost immediately. And that gear is going to help you with Mythic Zeros next week and with doing the higher level delves. So, I would fire off some crafts on those pieces. Let's see. Tank probably needs this ring. Let's trade whatever I can. Boat is up here. What do you keep? I don't know. You're not supposed to have that debuff when you're not in combat. I don't know what's going on with that. Heroics, they've been getting Arakara. Tank does not get the trinket, they leave, and I requeue 3 times in a row for that. That's so annoying. Dude, we got in an Arakara the other day where we had 4 guildies queuing, and we queued into one where the first boss had already died, so there was 1 person left. And then as soon as we landed, as soon as we got in, the person that was left over quit too. So we got like a replacement. So we had like a full group that was starting fresh with the first boss already dead. And that's when I was like, okay, whether or not this is a big deal, like this is just obnoxious. People need to stop doing this. I will link my blacksmithing in 1 sec, because doing this in combat is kind of scuffed. I'm gonna wait till the boss is dead. Probably like we'll wait for the boss to get here. There you guys. I think blacksmithing is going to be pretty useful with how many plate warriors we have. Did I go in and find all the smithing treasures to get points? I did. I did do that, yeah. Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think this helm is going to help out, but she got shoulders, so that's good. Alright, we'll leave instance group and get Juke in here. Yeah, I've gotten all of the blacksmithing treasures and all the mining treasures. I think so I have like the weak ore here. There's like one of the books you can buy with Artisans Acuity that I don't have yet, but I don't have enough Acuity to buy it right now. And then mining, oops. Yeah, mining, I've got like all of the notes, and then the two rep items I also don't have, but I don't have enough rep to get them yet. I guess I should ask, are you guys targeting anything specific or randoms? Okay. So yeah, that's how I have, like, you know, what's this? I'm not doing all the math, but like well over 100 points in armor smithing already. What is the name that my friend told me? Could not find it. It is. So let's get into this dungeon here. I will open it up and find it as soon as this dungeon loads in. I forget where I saw it linked. I think it was on maybe one of the WoW subreddits. It is called Mayu's Knowledge Points Tracker. And now my weak ores are all loading, so we're gonna have lag for a minute here. This is really bad. Holy moly. Alright, that's better. Thanks, no problem. Happy to help. Kitty. Hey, how's it going, Baktash? Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm out here helping a bunch of guildies get some gear and valor stones. I'm working on capping valor stones ourselves here too. I currently have 1,253. Sitting on over 200 wax as well, so if we end up like sending it all really fast, then we'll get some back. I also have 2 of these items that give some valor stones. I have no idea how much is in the green one, but this one has 100. I think I may have opened a couple of them from the rep people without really thinking about it, but got some saved up there. Yeah, we got several guildies who just need some help getting over the item level threshold that we are asking everyone to be at for raid. So we're working on helping them out, and then Got several other people that just need valor stones, so. What are you guys asking? We're asking 580, which is maybe... I don't think it's necessary to be that high to do okay in normal. But, like, we have so many people raiding, I figured... And like, it seems kind of fair, right? Like, go do your heroics and upgrade your gear to the point where you can without, like, investing your crests if you don't want to. I'm gonna have, like, 3 characters there. And I haven't put in too much effort on all of them, so... No! Went too fast. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. That's happened to me before. I wasn't really thinking about it that time. So yeah, we're asking 580 for Tuesday night's raid. It'll be even easier to get like on Tuesday because there'll be like... I think all the world stuff is going to start dropping veteran track gear. Like all the weekly boxes you get and stuff. Goes in the same boat, 580 to 585. Yeah, and then it makes it like... We got 2 of them popping up here. It makes it easier to like go straight into heroic if normal goes really, really well. Which, you know, I don't know how that's going to work for the first tier, but I know in Amir Drassil, like, we fully cleared normal in about 2.5 hours the first night. And so if we have people at 580 and we're able to do that, then it makes it a lot easier to go straight into heroic than if we're, like, you know, going in at, like, 565 or something. Delves, M0, and heroic gear will be 580. Yeah, since it's seasonal heroics. Alright, we had another trail going off that way, so we'll go follow that one. Why are there guards just like back to back over here? Yeah, M0 is going to be 593. So if you do like an M0 sweep and you do your world content, even if you don't get to your level 8 delves, then like... Yeah, you should pretty easily be... Really, we're gonna have to go... This is annoying. / rude. Yeah, so even if you see like your M0 sweep, you should pretty easily be... Now, we'll see how easy M0s actually are, but you should pretty easily be able to get to... like even up to 590, I would think. Especially because we're going to have access to, like, what? $360 carved Harbinger crests? Not including all the ones that we can get from, like, reputation and stuff that don't count against the cap. Which means you're just going to be able to, like, fully upgrade. You're going to be able to fully upgrade, like, all veteran track gear that you get immediately. It's going to be kind of crazy. Are we even in the right place? Yeah, I think it's gonna be down this way. Since Sparks 590 should be easy, actually. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm 589, I'm a warrior already. How's it going, Terex? 16 gear if you craft it max right. Right now, with no, what do you call it? With no ruined or gilded crests, the highest you can get is 606. So like my shield is 5-starred spark crafted item. And it is 606. Feeling done this week finally, even grabbed a bunch of enchanting patterns. Nice. I want to check the auction house and see how much the PvP blacksmithing patterns are. So like I bought a couple for patron orders, but they were quite pricey for the most part, so I was only buying what I needed. But if they're down to like I don't know, 10 to 20k, it might be worth grabbing a few more just to get some more knowledge. Definitely consider an Area 52 alt for that. That is a good idea. Or Tichondrius. Hey, what's up, Soul? How you doing? Hey, thank you for the Prime again, Soul. Prime for 5 months, appreciate it. You can just use Undermine Exchange to browse a bit. Cheapest price is usually gone though. Yeah, but if you go to like, especially if you go to like a big PvP server like Area 52 or Tichondrius, prices are probably going to be way lower than on Hyjal for PvP patterns. I have like, I have 4k honor almost, so I could just get a pattern, but I don't know, that's a lot of battlegrounds for 1 point of knowledge. And I'm already max skill, so it's not like I'm getting skill ups out of it too. But on the other hand, if it's like, you know, 10k gold plus knowledge from a patron order, that might be worth. We can just use some 2v2. True, but right now it's not open. Right, so you can only do skirmishes, and those give like a trickle of honor. I did the quest for skirmishes this week, and it was like, it's like gain 1,000 honor through skirmishes, and it took like 15 matches or something. I think like 15 wins. Because even for a win, you were only getting like, I don't remember how much, but not all of it was counting the cap, it seemed like. Patterns are supposed to be evergreen too, so good to collect them Season 1. Nice. I didn't realize they were going to make them evergreen. I guess because they scale with like the, what do you call it? Like the, I have some of them in my bag, I think. Oh no, I don't. I deposited my reagents. There's like the crafting reagent that's required for PvP items. And that's what scales it up, so that makes sense. On the one hand, that's cool. On the other hand, that's like 20 knowledge per season that we're not going to get. But it seems like you get a decent bit through the, sorry, through the patron orders, so I can't wait to PvP. Dude, I've had a blast in Battlegrounds so far. I haven't done a ton of them, but I got my full honor set. I think dedicated crafters will be maxed by Season 2, maybe. I don't know, it seems like there's, I guess it depends on how much you're able to get from the patron work orders. Because like there's in Dragonflight there was weekly quests both to do crafting orders and to like bring something to your profession trainer. And from what I can tell in War Within so far, you have one or the other, but not both with all professions. And at least the blacksmithing one only gives 2 knowledge instead of 3. But if you do all of your patron orders, it makes up for that. But the patron orders are expensive to fulfill right now too. They're asking for patterns that take like 10 sanctified alloy, and they're not providing any of them. Like, that's just toxic. Yeah, it's all nomads and make. Some of them are basically free for me. Yeah, I kind of run a lot of add-ons already, so I try to minimize, but that might be worth doing with the way the patron orders are working. Whoa, where did this guy come from? He's chilling, waiting for us. Spamming a specific delve right now to farm tinderboxes. Nice. I did some fishing the other day and sold the fish, and I was surprised at how much they sold for. I made like... I think I ended up fishing for like 20 minutes, and I made like 20k gold from the fish that I sold. I may be exaggerating that a little bit, but it was a lot. Some of the fish were selling for like 100 gold each. Reminds me on Monday I need to just make a raid and plus profile to disable all that junk. Yeah. I don't remember. It was like one of the green fish. I don't remember which one. So I didn't have a ton of them, but I think they were all like... They were all like almost 20 gold each. Got my fishing to 200 so far. Nice. Yeah, I have... Oop. I think my fishing skill is like 60-ish. Plate shoulders. Hopefully one of these guys can use that ring. I have 37 tinder boxes so far running this 1 hour a day. That's insane. That's awesome. That's a lot of gold. Or that's saving you a lot of gold, maybe more importantly. Last I checked, they were about 8k a pop. That's crazy. Yeah, that's big value. This is by far the craziest pull that you can do in any of these dungeons. Scott Savage, thank you for the YouTube sub. Like the others, if you're watching the video, you get a shout out anyway. If you're hanging out in the stream, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. Which delve I need to farm a few just for personal chance. Yeah, I'm interested to know which delve too. Maybe you don't want to say like on stream in case it gets nerfed, but a DM or a message on the Discord would be much appreciated. Nightfall Sanctum. Ooh, you know what? I actually got one in there the other day. It's cool. That's the one that I used for testing to see how hard 8s were. And I did it, I think I just did it one time on live as like a, kind of like a baseline comparison. Have my lock parked there doing it. Nice. Kitty. Remember when they first made this cat mount and you could like actually spam the meow? It's pretty amusing. And then they nerfed it because people were getting annoyed. We need to make a YouTube video about this so everyone knows and they can farm and bring the price down. Look, man, I ain't no snitch. Although I do need them for some blacksmithing stuff, so might be nice to get the price down a little bit. Emberlands. Nope, we can't make it through. That's alright. We just fight these. Let's see, we're at 1313 Valor Stones now. It's steady progress. I'm not opposed to doing a little bit more wax farming, but if I try to wax farm all the way to the max, I'm going to actually lose my mind. I think we'll go a little bit slow in here because these guys actually hurt and our healer is still gearing up. Don't want to stress him out too much. Learned about it from a YouTube video, so it's too late. Already it's a slow day because of the story cycle. Makes sense. I do kind of really like that delves have like different stories to them, so there's some variety. I heard someone compare them to like a modern take on scenarios from Mop, and I think that's both pretty accurate and like they're actually a really good version of that type of gameplay. It's almost easier to do heroics, even if that can be mind-numbing after a few in a row than do the wax. I mean, you get so many more from heroics for sure, because like the wax nodes, like you can get up to 2, but sometimes you also get 0, because like some of the special events you just get a lot of wax and you don't actually get any valor from it. Now, I suppose a more sane person would like farm and turn in the wax to max out their valor, but that's not what I've been doing. I've just been holding every glob that I get. Blessed Dread, thank you for the YouTube sub. Again, if you're watching the stream, welcome. If you're subbing from a video, you get a shout out anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I like dungeons in WoW, even if they're really easy, and I've done them all a lot of times. I tend to really enjoy them. I do kind of wonder if I should get on one of my leather tanks, because then I'd be able to pass a lot more gear. Also, you don't have to do a level 3 delve. You get the same amount from level 1 and 2. At level 2, so you get 12 valor stones instead of 8. Do with Fury, no problem making massive pulse. Nice. Yeah, I didn't really have problems at level 3 with Fury. My Fury gear is like pretty much upgraded to where my Prot gear is, with the exception of my offhand weapon, which is only 580. Only 580. Jonathan Cardona, thank you for the YouTube sub. I would recommend it if you're doing for gold, do it with an enchanter so you can do the greens you get when you don't get tinder boxes. That's a good idea. I've been debating going with a different profession than mining on my warrior. I don't know. I like mining. And I do... Well, okay. One of the reasons I like mining is I've been running Molten Core every week on my warrior, because I have one half of... I might not have it in my bags right now. I have one half of Thunder Fury. I have the binding from Gar, and I've been sitting on that for like 2 years, trying to get the other. I haven't run it every week over that entire time, but I don't know, for the last like at least 4 months now, I've been running it every week. And mining all the dark iron in there actually gets you a pretty hefty chunk of gold, because dark iron ore sells for a lot for transmog reasons, I guess. But it takes what would be like very, very little profit from Molten Core and makes it so that I can get almost 1,000 for a run, when I would be doing it anyway just because I want to get Thunder Fury, but not gonna sneeze at 1,000 gold. But I have been thinking about swapping to enchanting or maybe jewel crafting on my warrior. I don't know, probably not jewel crafting, because my DK is doing okay on jewel crafting right now. But it would be nice to be able to like disenchant gear that I don't need as I'm going through. Not necessary though. I think enchanting mats will get cheaper over time. And anything that's like BOE or Warbound, I can just send over to my druid to crunch. If you want to really ball, all the dudes drop cloth too. Ooh, cloth is actually selling for quite a bit still, also. At least compared to Dragonflight, when like almost from day one cloth was down to like silver for each piece. Not 1 silver, but like, you know, less than a gold. Tailoring enchant who can run in and send the tinder boxes to a blacksmith. Yeah, that might be the play. Dude, what is that infernal doing? He's having some trouble getting up the stairs. They need to buff the cloth drop rate a little. Well, like the big thing is they made it so that only tailors can get cloth for most mobs, right? Or at least can get it at any reasonable rate. My blood DK is tailoring, enchanting, and run on him. Nice. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I should just get on my my monk or my druid so I can pass more gear over. Want me to get on monk or come on. So I can pass gear. Yeah, flex on us, 1G. Let's see, let me repair my shield real quick while I'm thinking about it. Looks like they may need to stop for now. Alright, so we'll leave the instance group at least. We can keep it going though. Alright, let's... Yeah, I have 5 tinder boxes right now. That's pretty nice. At some point I do need to hop on my druid and disenchant all these greens. And none of this stuff is warbound. Skill spot, I'll do a couple before I sleep. Yeah, I think we do. Let's see. Let's just reform. Oops. I can type, I swear. We'll get some mail too. Alright, let's see. We just join 3 warriors walk into a heroic. Feels like the start of a joke. Cinderbrew Meadery. Man, you can do some like, you can do some almost unethical pulls in this place. So we need the muscle over here. Shockwave's not up yet. Make sure we loot this. 27 gold. Oh, that was a terrible champion spear. Gotta pay attention where your mouse is when you're using that ability. Okay, I wonder... For heroics, I wonder if you want to just like pull him all the way to the door. Did I not grab one? Maybe I didn't grab one. Like pull him all the way to the door so that he has to run all the way back, and then maybe you finish him before he makes it back to the bar. Might be worth trying next time we're in here. No. The slow with that stun feels remarkably bad. Having to use leap for something like that is just embarrassing. Alright, jump down here. Ooh, do you need bracers? Has if not, I'm sure I can find a vendor that needs them. Hot honeycomb. Nice. Hey Clayton, what I'm at? I'm at 589 on my warrior. Pretty much as high as I can get right now. I don't have any more weathered crest to spend, so we can't go higher on any of these items. So my warrior is pretty much geared out. Tonight I'm helping some guildies finish out their gear for pre-raid. I do have other tanks I could be gearing up, but I also need valor stones on my warrior still. I mean, need is a strong word, but I can hold more valor stones, so if we go into the season capped, that'd be pretty nice. I think I'm at like 1383 now on those. So they're coming along nicely. Nice, your blood DK is 581. Nice, right on. I was capped, upgraded my trinket to 606 though. Oh, the pheromone one? That's pretty sweet. What renown do you need to do that? I had to stretch just to get mine to 584 this week, but it's a nice stat buff when I notice. Yeah, I'm running it on my druid right now, and I think it's like almost 4,000 agility when it procs at 584. We only need around 12 for that? I thought it was 8 for... It might be worth looking into. Or do you mean you like upgraded the 584 one? That makes more sense. Oh, okay. Still, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I bought the 584 one so that I could save crests on like upgrading other trinkets. But then like my druid is actually using it, so it's kind of nice for alts. Yeah, my trinkets right now are 593 sack brood. I went ahead and upgraded that all the way because it's just insane. Like 2 stacks is almost 2k strength, and you can regularly get up to 3 or 4. I've had it up to 6 before. It's a crazy amount of primary stat, plus 1,000 haste, which is really nice for Prot. And then I'm also running the Order's Oppressive Larynx, just because it sims the highest of my other trinkets. I have almost every strength trinket, I think. But the larynx is the one that sims the highest, so that's what I'm running. So we take these two out. Nah. Charge it into the lava. The BEO cap. That's funny. Okay. Let's see. Ah. I'll have to get Juke back in here eventually too. See if they got their kid taken care of. Oh, I didn't check, Kaz. Did you send any work orders? I was asking. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Just whatever you need when you need it, just let me know and I'll take care of it. Alright, Omi's gonna come in. I'll have Rip make some crests tomorrow. Okay, right on. Yeah, one day I think Omi's waiting. They're putting their kids to bed. Juke might want to come back in though. Let's see, I don't know if Juke got the queue, so we'll just requeue real quick. Let's see, we're over 1400 valor now. 1G, select a roll. 1 sec. Okay, let me know when you guys are ready. I had to try it. Here, watch this. Can you leap across it? Time the leap so you don't die. If you stand like on the tip, do you die? No, you gotta be like actually under the thing. I kinda wanna try RP walking across and see if I make it. Oh, I'm scared. I don't wanna die. Ah! Playing chicken with the big smasher. Oh no. I might have been inside it when I loaded in. Oh no. Well, that might be very amusing for you guys, chat, in like 10 minutes, however long this dungeon takes. I do have the achievement from standing in that already, so that won't pop up, but I might be flattened. Now, the only sad thing about running this place is that the minecart trinket is agility only, so we won't be able to get that. And I really, really want to have that trinket on one of my characters, because it is so funny. Aggro is a mess on this pole. Oh, that's never not going to amuse me. This guy's just got one shot by a giant mole. How funny is that? Ooh, nice. We got an offhand for Juke. Hopefully he needs that. Okay, let's ping here to there. Pull as little of this room as we can get away with. Not that it's a big deal, but some of these mobs, especially these little guys who just like chuck stuff, are hard to move, so come on. Nice. Love it when a bunch of mobs start casting at the same time. Big AoE spell reflex. Melt my candle. Sculpture, whatever. So we're gonna need a candle for this thing. Can't see anything at all. I'm not sure how I feel about like the actual implementation of this part, but the concept here is pretty cool, I think. What's the lowest you guys have seen this thing get to during the cart ride? Hey, we did it. Dungeon Diplomat Guild achievement. The 8th time today. I saw this thing get down to like 80.5 in a dungeon last night. That was the lowest I've ever seen it go. Like 80% of the lowest. Yeah, it seems like it's kind of hard to get a lower than that. What was that? Interrupt creature 042 had like a creature ID instead of the actual name. That's a fun bug. I think I need to update DBM. I'm just gonna get Chain Feared for now. So this is not even a curse. I guess we should take him closer to where the candles spawn. Might be smart. Remnant of Darkness, already got this thing. I think I'm done for the night. Need to sleep right on Hez. Thanks for coming. Hopefully we got you enough to get another upgrade or two. Okay, I completely forgot how close I was here. I'm gonna drop you so I can invite Omi and Tink back in. Melnar, thank you for the Prime. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow will be 580. You got some pieces crafted. Yeah, for sure. Just let me know when you send those over and take care of them as soon as I can. The one thing I can't do is weapons. At least with like higher, with like guaranteed higher item level. But I should be able to do most of the armor close to 590. And if I can't guarantee 5-star or something, I'll let you know. 1J, I totally thought you got flattened there. Sorry, 1G. I guess I hadn't done that on this character because I got the achievement. Wait, you had it coming? Wait, what is this achievement? Get what you deserve. Wait. What does that mean? Did they put in an achievement for dying when you try to swap blast someone on that specifically? It's under engineering achievements. I'm pretty sure they made an achievement for dying right after you swap blast someone. That is hilarious. Hez, thank you for the 3 gifted subs. Thank you so much. There's 30 total subs on the channel right now. Thank you all so much for helping out toward that. Ooh, we got a hype train too. Saw the 27 out of 30 and lucky with numbers. Right on. Well, thank you so much, Ez. It's very kind of you. Very generous. If you don't already have it and you haven't, and you have your Battle.net account connected to your Twitch account, that should get you the in-game pet right now for the supporter streamer thing too. So, congrats on the pet. Or if you already had it, well, thank you anyway. I'm pretty sure when this place is a key, we're just gonna have to like clear the whole room. Don't have it, only streamer supported. Well, thank you. It's incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. Congrats, Crow Dog, Irish Whiskey, and Scorpions. Congrats on the gifted subs. So we are almost at 1,500 Valor Stones now. Going along smoothly. Hey, how's it going, Robin? Hope you're doing well tonight. Matt here helping some guildies get some gear. Get everybody ready for raid. This is fast approaching. Yeah, we're having a good evening so far. Hey, how's it going, Crow? Hope you're doing well tonight. Yeah, Warrior is like my Warrior is almost as ready as it'll be for stuff to start on Tuesday. We're at 589 item level. I cannot upgrade anything any further right now. We're just working on maxing out Valor Stones, but we've got some guildies who still need some gear before raid opens, so trying to help make sure they're as ready as we can be. Working on leatherworking at the moment. Nice. I started doing skinning and leatherworking on my monk earlier today, but I didn't get very far. My warrior's blacksmithing is at max level though, and then I've got like making really good progress on filling out the armor smithing tree. I decided the strategy there I want to go for is to unlock all of the patterns so that I can do patron orders. So I've just got 3 more, the helm, shoulders, and boots to unlock there. On my monk as well, nice. Yeah, my monk is usually my leather worker. Christopher Celebos, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I don't know if you're watching or if you subbed after a video, but either way, thank you for the support. Hey Philly, are crafting orders realm locked? Do I have the charged slicer pattern? I don't believe I have that pattern, and they are technically realm locked, but you can get around that by doing guild work orders. So like, because guilds are fully cross realm now, so if you send a guild order, you can get it made by someone on any realm. But I do not have the charged slicer pattern, I don't believe. No, I do not have it. I'm kind of using my Artisan's Acuity on the knowledge point stuff right now, so I haven't used it to buy any patterns yet. Oh, that's you. Well, thank you, Hez. Ooh, got a pattern for Insightful Blasphemite. That's pretty nice. Ah, the Stone Vault. Depending on how hard M0s are tuned, this might murder some pugs next week. Some of the bosses in here are quite hard, and most people haven't seen the mythic mechanics yet. Black Ox set you down, 10 mobs come running. Nice. That is certainly nice for doing big AoE pulls. I was doing it as Windwalker earlier. I don't know, I didn't really find a good spot to do skinning. I was doing some of the wolves in Isle of Dorn, but they were like spread out far enough that I didn't feel like Brewmaster was more effective. So I just went Windwalker so I could kill them in like 5 seconds. Under the Sun, what's up? Hi Thor, for the heroic buffs, is it only a buff to HP/damage? What do you mean by the heroic buffs? Do you mean just like heroic dungeons compared to normal dungeons? If so, then yes. It's just like more health and more damage on all the enemies. And then moving into Mythic, there start to be new mechanics on most boss fights. I don't know if every boss has like additional mechanics on Mythic, but I think almost every boss does. Oh, I thought the heroic versions were getting buffed on Tuesday. I don't know if they're getting buffed. I do know that the loot that drops is getting buffed. So right now the loot is dropping at 571, and on Tuesday it'll be 580, which will be really nice. It kind of feels like it could have already been 580, but not like anyone has learned mechanics on heroic. That's true. People haven't really learned the heroic mechanics either. They will also change the seasonal dungeons. Yeah, that's an important point too. So like half of the current dungeons that we're doing heroics will not be in the pool anymore. So we'll be losing, let's see, Cinderbrew, Priory, Dark Flame, and what's the other one we're losing? And Rookery, one we just did. And we will be gaining Necrotic Wake, Mist of Tyrannus Scythe, Siege of Borealis, and Grim Batol. But all 8 dungeons and leveling. Yeah, so so the normal dungeons will be the War Within dungeons. And then the seasonal dungeons will kick in for heroic and higher. They put all 8 dungeons in leveling, and the 4 that were max level are hilarious. Definitely too difficult for that group of people. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I saw like once you have a max level character, you can do them, all the dungeons while leveling now. North Central Hollowfall, the flats on the map with river running through both sides, Leather and Triton. Nice. So that's like, it's like this area here. Cool. I'll have to check that out next time I want to work on my Monk's Professions a little bit. I think I got my skinning up to like 25. I literally hadn't started Professions at all on my Monk yet. So skinning is up to 25 now. And leatherworking, I trained, but I didn't actually start on yet. That's where you are now. Nice. See, this is what's going to kill a lot of pugs, I think. When this guy comes out of sending the block across, he starts casting Molten Metal. And that absolutely trucks on, at least on like +10s on beta. So you have to have either a ranged kick or like someone who can get over there immediately to kick it. Or it'll just like farm people. Also, the thing that I don't think anyone has realized, yeah, the small guy, when he jumps up to do his block, that cast has to get kicked every time. And he starts casting it before he runs back into the group. So that needs to get kicked on Mythic. The other thing that people haven't realized on normal and heroic is those bosses are supposed to die at the same time. And if they don't, they start doing like big AoE pulsing group damage. So you actually got to pay attention to that and kill them, like, ideally within a few seconds of each other if you're doing a challenging key. Let me give this... Okay, you guys roll for it. Got 2 people who could use the cape that I got. Oh, Juke rolled a 14. Not looking good for you, bud. Wake up calls coming to pugs and M0s. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how it's tuned, because, like, everyone thought heroics were going to be a lot harder than this. Although, I don't know. Having tested them on the beta, like, they were not hard on the beta. Am I going to make dungeon videos? If not, I know a site making decent ones. Don't want to advertise them, though, if you're going to make videos. I want to. I don't know if I'm going to have time to make them all, but I'm going to try. I at least have routes that I want to share for the dungeons. But I want to do another pass now that I've played through them a bit more. Just make sure I'm not recommending anything that's irresponsible. Yeah, that's one of those things that's like being a hobbyist enthusiast content creator, you kind of run out of time to make everything that you want to. So I don't know, there's definitely lots of good guides out there for the dungeons on YouTube already also, but I would like to at least make boss guides. I did a boss guide for Grim Batol, but that video kind of bombed. I think I just released it way too early, because like when it was like beta, people had either run it and already knew it, or like just, you know, weren't really interested in finding out about it yet. Yeah, I am gonna try to spend some time between like maybe tomorrow and Monday night working on some more videos, and high on the list of things I want to do is dungeon guides. I also need to spend some more time studying the raid and the bosses. It's like I have I've done a little bit, so I have a general idea of what the bosses do, but I need to spend some more time since I am the raid leader. Does Ready Check Bull have vids up? I think so. I'm pretty sure their videos are up. I know Liquid has put out at least 4 or 5 boss videos. The one that I've watched a couple of times is really good, but it's tank specific. It's from Tactics. Highly recommend his video if you guys like tanking stuff. He puts out really good content. Ready Check Poll has everything but the last boss as of today. Good to know. Yeah, and that the last boss guide won't be coming until the raid releases, right? Because right now it's all based on PTR testing, and the last boss doesn't get tested on the PTR, so. Yeah, I'm kind of debating how I want to approach doing dungeon guides. It's like one idea I had was like do a guide where I kind of go through the route, and then when we get to bosses, talk about the bosses with some footage from beta testing. The other idea I had was like do one video that is just all of the routes, which would be very long and maybe kind of boring, and then do individual videos that are just boss guides. Questionably Epic has really good guides with map layouts as well. but they're just written, not videos. Sometimes the written ones with maps are really nice, though. Let's see. Juke, let me get you this cloak. Let's see, I got a... Oh, it's just a BOE. Let's see, did anyone need this? Alright, Juke. Get you this necklace. Have the 3 charges of sharpened knife and skinning for extra mass and decent. Nice. I have 1 charge of it, I think. Denied Barbecue. First of all, fantastic username. Second of all, thank you for the sub. Yeah, Thorhammer. Let's see. Repair the shield. I guess I can repair bracers and belt as well. I gotta remember that I can do this. Save all the gold that we can. Level 2 or level 3 now for Thorhammers. Nice. Yeah, I think you got the 2-month badge on YouTube there, 1G. It's hard to see on YouTube because it's like so small. Oh, I guess it's next to your name too. I know on video comments it's like very, very small on your username, but how's it going tonight, Barbecue? Watching the live stream, debating on my main being Prot Warrior Marksman Hunter for the season. I mean, it depends on what you want to do, I guess. I'm definitely loving Prot Warrior right now. But if you want to play ranged DPS, then Warrior's not the class for that, right? You know, we gotta loot the mobs in here in case we get the veteran track pole arm, which allegedly can drop in these dungeons. Alright, whatever, we're pulling this. I'm not waiting. Yeah, Prot Warrior has been my favorite tank throughout the beta cycle and into live as well. And then once I started giving it attention in Season 4, Dragonflight is my favorite there too. So I think I'm locked in for Prot Warrior for a while. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened over here. There was a crab incident. How's it going, guy? Is it fun? Thinking maybe Warrior in general for my second alt. I love Warrior. Prot is my favorite tank right now, and Fury is... Sorry, 1G. But Fury is my favorite DPS spec in the game, I think. Arms is also very fun. But a lot of that does come down to, like, personal preference. And, like... You know, fun is hard to quantify objectively. I guess the things I would say that I like about Prot Warrior is it's got a very fast playstyle. It's got extremely high actions per minute, and I kind of enjoy that. Although, you know, after an extended play session, sometimes my wrists are not the happiest with that, but we deal with it. I really like that. I like Rage as a resource. I just think it's really cool, really fun. Well, let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can pull this off. Yeah, let's go. We got it. And then I just like the defensive toolkit the Warrior has. Like, you've got so many buttons, and it feels like you've got something available whenever you need a defensive. Prot Warrior's tendonitis spec. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The saving grace for me is I use an MMO mouse. So it definitely helps having the buttons on the mouse instead of all on the keyboard. Kind of spread it out a little bit. Higgums, thank you for the 3 months. Welcome back for the 3 months of tier 1 subs. Thank you so much for the support. Right here. Jesus had a leveling group where some DPS were trying to kick the tank and Dawnbreaker for not knowing where to go. That's so sad. Like, come on, guys. Is it that hard to say, like, hey, I know where to go, follow me? How are the dungeons going this evening? They're going pretty well. My warrior is, like, to the point where I basically don't need anything. But we're helping some guildies out, which is always fun. Always happy to do that. I don't know if this is the right way to go, but here we are. I'm at 1,600 Valor Stones. If we cap out on Valor Stones, I'll probably hop over to one of my leather tanks so that I can pass more items, because our monk in the group here is one of our... Well, this is a full guild group. The monk here is one of our healers who is just started on gearing up today. And is right now our only monk for the raid, so would really like to make sure that we have that buff covered. Selfishly, as a Prot Warrior. Ping system makes it so you basically don't have to even type them. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so easy to show people where to go. Just ping where to go and most people listen. Yeah, people will follow the pings. People will definitely follow the pings. I'm loving my palette abusing the Templar bug as I should. Nice. What's the bug with Templar? I was playing around with Templar a little bit on Prot. What am I in combat with? I am stuck in oh, wait, what the heck? Oh, she jumped over to do... That's funny. She jumped over to do, like, the frontal AoE, but she landed in an evade spot. I mean, I say that's funny, but that's actually really annoying. Hammer can just be spammed. Casting it doesn't consume the buff. Oh, that's broken. That is crazy broken. Have I been exclusively using Mountain Thane? I have used a little bit of Colossus, but I've mostly been using Mountain Thane because it's just so... Let's see. I'm kind of lost here. I think this... Yeah, we gotta go this way. It's like so powerful in AoE. I'm kind of planning to raid with Colossus, I think. I need to do some single target sims and like do some testing on dummies to kind of compare what the actual damage looks like. But if Colossus is as strong in single target as I think it is, it might be... I might bust it out in raid, at least on some fights. I know a lot of the fights have ads, but... I mean, you get a ton of revenge damage out of it too, so... She'll jump through the wall sometimes too. That's so that's so annoying. Yeah, so some of the bugs in these dungeons are need to be addressed, let's just say. Had a boss fear me out of demolish? Wait, you can get feared out of it? I guess it doesn't make you immune to fears. Stuns, knockbacks, and yeah, just stuns and force movement effects. That is so annoying. I guess you could pre-Berserker Rage, but that feels kind of wasteful. Only downside I see is way less rage gen. Yeah, that's true, you do get a lot less rage generation. But honestly, I feel like, at least for heroic dungeons, I've had like overflowing amounts of rage. Sometimes I can barely spend it all. What is our tank comp looking like for the raid? Despite all the nerfs, all tanks seem fine. Yeah, all the tanks are in a pretty good spot, I think. Even Paladin. Even Paladin's looking better than it felt in early beta. Our tank comp right now is looking like Prot Warrior, and I'm definitely playing Prot Warrior. And then I think we're going to have a Guardian Druid. I don't know. Both me and our other tank leveled all 6 tanks. And I was kind of locked in on Warrior, but he was more undecided. I think he is planning on Guardian Druid at the moment. But he's got like 4 or 5 tanks around the same, like over 580. So he might be a game time decision. But you know, we're just an AOTC guild, so it's not super important what we bring. And we have all the raid buffs covered already, so... Wasn't expecting to be able to have that done. Yeah, leveling was way faster than I thought it was going to be. Like most expansions, I'm used to taking like, you know, a couple of days to level my character, my main. And War Within, it was like night 1 I finished my warrior and started my DK. Night 1 of early access, which was like, I was not expecting it to be that fast. I'm not complaining about it. I thought it was a really fun leveling process, and it felt mostly painless. So always need more DKs. DK is going to be my second character for sure. We actually have, I think, 3 DPS DKs lined up. So we have all the grips we need covered by them. One of them has been playing DPS DK for us since like the end of Shadowlands at least, and is always extremely good at DPS. Do I stream raid progress? Even if you interact with a little chat, it would be cool. I did in Aberrus and Emirdrasil. And I'm planning to for Nurbar Palace as well. Once we get to like farm, I usually stop streaming raid because I think like farm raid ends up not being super interesting. And I do raid lead, so I still have to do callouts and like pay attention to mechanics and stuff. So it's a combination of like easy one-shot fights and also like not interacting with chat very much. And I don't think that's a great streaming experience for viewers, but if people want to watch it, I'd be down to stream it. Oh, Juke brought some friends. We got him. What are we lacking DPS wise? We were very melee heavy, so just like ranged in general, we were kind of lacking. We don't have an evoker, so I guess technically we are missing a raid buff, but I don't know. I'm not concerned about missing the evoker buff. Maybe Terex is a little bit, because he's gonna play Demon Hunter. But hey, what's up, Carthage? Just add Discord to the stream for farm raids. It'll be excellent content. It'll be excellent content, but I'm not sure if that's the content I want to go for on my channel. There are some, well, okay, how do I say this? There are some things said in our Discord that would not violate terms of service, but are, let's just say more on like the R-rated side of things, and I try to keep it a little more PG. Try to keep it a little more family-friendly. My family, including my extended family, is like aware of my stream and my YouTube channel, so I don't want to be putting stuff up there that they're gonna get offended by or not appreciate. So, but it would be some content for sure. It's like Justin getting riled up at stuff, or some of the one-liners Fant throws out there. That would be content. Personally forward to watching it. Nice. Yeah, I'll for sure be here for Prog. I think streaming Prog is pretty fun and interesting. I mean, the other thing with Discord is like you just can't control what everyone's gonna say, right? Like, we don't have people in our guild who would say things that are like way out there, or just like, yeah. Am I sure? Well, I mean, we've had some things said in Discord before that I would not want to put on Twitch or YouTube for sure. But there's also just the like the issue of like, I want people to not be afraid to speak up because they're nervous about being broadcast to the internet, you know? Like, some people just want to chill and not have to worry about their talk being put out there forever, so. Hi, Mom. And Wendy says hi, Mom. Let's see, I think we only got shoulders in that one. Can't really trade that. So yeah, I don't stream Discord for a number of reasons. But I'll definitely stream our raid prog. And then if people want to watch farm, I'm down to stream it too. In your toy box, if you have the mother skinning knife toy from BFA, it works and we're within 40-yard range on skinning. That's insane. I don't know if I have that. I do not have that. That would be worth getting. I wonder if it's a bug because it says it's not usable above level 49. But that would for sure be worth grabbing. Alright, hold on. Don't attack till mini boss. Running straight through. Let's make sure we don't get people picking up aggro on these. Using it now? Nice. That is super handy. Do I ever feel squishy playing Fury? I've been main tank since Shadowlands and recently tried DPS. Feels too squishy. I mean, compared to Prot, sure, but I think Fury is generally one of the tankier DPS in the game. Well, okay. Let me caveat that. Fury has a very tanky baseline, right? Because you have plate armor, you have two-handed weapons, you take less damage while you're enraged. The thing Fury is kind of lacking is like strong defensive abilities. You've got enraged region. You do technically have defensive stance, but like, come on, who's using defensive stance in PvE? I mean, maybe you should, but you don't have like a bark skin, or like this like big like, okay, I'm taking 40% less damage for the next 8 seconds or whatever. So if you're in a spot where you need to use defensives as Fury, it can feel squishier. I mean, I guess the solution is to just use defensive stance, but I don't know, it feels bad as Fury, because like Berserker stance is really, really good. Squishy in Tier 8 Delves. It did feel very squishy in Tier 8 Delves on the beta, I can tell you that much. When we tested that the other day. If you got it, I don't know if everyone's watched the video, but like, I was getting meleeed for like 1.5 million damage by some mobs. I was getting shadow bolts for over 1 million damage. Realistically, people watch for the person now, so I think whatever content you make, people tune in about the same rate. That would be... I would love if that was true. It might be true. I think a lot of people definitely tune in because they like the creator that they're watching. I mean, I watch a lot of Kalamazi's stuff, even though I don't play Warlock very much anymore. I watch a lot of Growl's stuff, even though I don't really heal. So, maybe that's more true than I think it is. Hey, Ghostly Bones, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Who's using defensive stances in PvE? Said Boomkin and bear form noises. Yeah. Yeah. I feel bad for our Boomkin friends. Though some would say they deserve it. Yeah, also Prot Warrior feels like very, very tanky, I guess. HP barely goes down. Yeah, that's kind of Prot Warrior's MO. Like, if you're playing correctly, like your health bar just doesn't move until you're in like pretty insane damage scenarios, or if there's like magic damage coming through. Ooh, nice, got a sack brood with speed on it. Ooh, still kind of new to WoW. Fear Warrior main, but finish up Druid tank. I've been loving it. Nice. Well, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I mostly do tanking stuff here, but Fury is one of my favorite DPS specs, if not my absolute favorite DPS spec. So big respect there. And I have been doing a decent amount of Fury stuff in like open world content, so thank you for checking out the channel and coming by to hang out and say hi. I'm so looking forward to everything coming Tuesday. I've hit the wall of what my sanity can take in the preseason. Yeah, I think those extra like 4 days of early access were... It was definitely nice to have, and I'm not going to complain about it. Beyond what we've already like said in complaining about early access even being a thing. But I think like 2 weeks is kind of where you're ready for more content to come out when it's a preseason type situation. So I kind of feel you on that, Carthage. I still have some DVD creators I watch, even though I left that game for the same reason. Nice. Do I have arachnophobia mode on? I do. Yeah, I'm not really scared of spiders. I don't like spiders, but I don't like cringe away from them or anything. And if they're like not in a place where they're potentially gonna like bite my kids or anything, I'll just leave them alone. But I think lobsters with spider webs is the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I will run this mode as long as it is a part of the game. Fear Warrior is so fun. Yeah, I love it. I really do. Prot Warrior is super fun too for me. I really feel like we would have been fine with M0s this week. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think M0s this week would have been good. They could have even put it on a weekly lockout just for this week, right? But at least there's like some level of challenge and like learning that we could do. It's a big missed opportunity, Blizz. It's also rough for me because I realized I have zero desire to play more characters. I got Monk decently geared out and petered out. Yeah, that's tough then. That's pretty tough. If you're only playing one character, like... I mean, I'm playing multiple characters, and I've still done, like, full lore master, every side quest, all of the campaign. You know, my main character is at 589. I've got other characters at 580 or higher. So, I got a full set of honor gear on my warrior. Like after I fill out valor stones, I'm kind of out of things to do on my warrior too. Even though I am playing other characters to some degree. I never ever played other games in the first like 3 months of WoW expansion. I've been playing other games in the first week and a half on this one. That makes me sad. I've heard that from a lot of people. Like, I personally haven't, but that's because I have like kind of limited game time. But it's definitely a point of feedback. Watched my guide on Prot Warrior and started messing around with mine, but need more time. Right on. Hopefully the guide is helpful as you get into the class. Would you say that with a tarantula rather than some small thing though? If there's a tarantula in my house, I would remove it from my house for sure. I'll put it that way. I mean, well, okay, I'll say this. I've had a black widow crawl across my hand before, and that was a very unpleasant. It didn't bite. It did not bite me, but that was a very unpleasant experience, and I was more than mildly upset when that happened. So, watching clips of Fury burst window pulling aggro, being one shot in high keys, dude. That was. I was doing some keys with one of my friends, and he was playing Fury Warrior on beta. And yeah, he would like charge in, pop all his CDs, and like pull aggro off of me through a pre-taunt, and just get one shot by stuff. So that definitely can happen. So much fishing. Yeah, fishing is one thing I haven't maxed out yet, so there is still something I could do technically. You're not wrong there, Soul. I think zeros this week would have made normal raid almost useless. If they had them on a daily lockout, maybe, but they're not dropping champion track gear, right? They're dropping veteran track gear, so I don't think it would have made it useless. Maybe from like a crest acquisition standpoint, but dude, this slow is unethical. Gromix CZ, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Dude, what is this slow? That is not okay. My DK is baller though, still fun. Nice. Yeah, blood DK is always gonna feel fun. Blood DK is always good. Leveling an earthen rep pally right now. Already loving it. Nice. Yeah, I kind of want to make an earthen character, but I don't know what I would make it. Like I don't know. I generally don't play more than one of each class, and I have like a sentimental attachment to almost all of my characters. But earthen are cool. I made my monk on the beta was earthen, and I thought it was pretty cool. Have you had a crab crawl across my hand? I've not had a crab crawl across my hand. That might be even more unsettling. That might be more unsettling. Fishing 225, nice Baktash. Really having a hard time picking your main. You know, I have often been in that same situation. There's been more than one expansion where like, even as the expansion is going live, I haven't decided what I'm going to main yet. One of the helpful things about like being pretty active on YouTube and stream lately has been like, I've kind of forced myself to make those decisions. And that's been kind of nice. Have that problem too, yeah. There's a CD on Enemy Hunter that lets you tag the tank and transfer all your aggro to him for 8 seconds. Not really sure how it works, but I don't play aggro that way. Oh yeah, misdirect. That's been in the game for a while. Rogues also have an ability that does that. But warriors, DPS warriors have basically nothing to dump threat like that, so. Had a warrior hit over 3.5 million DPS at 1 point in AoE and just stopped and laughed. Told them absolutely nothing I can do about that when all I had on them was blood boil. Yeah. Yeah, if it's like, okay, my disease is ticking for 10k. This is not gonna hold threat over you. I've seen my YouTube warrior video. Good content, great voice. Have a great day, sir. Thank you, Gromix. Hope you have a great day as well. Slowly gonna level up Prot Pally Earthen for the 10.5 or 11.05 Pally buff. That'll probably make the meta. It might. It really might. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Just wait, they have a whole new cutscene and everything. It's cool. A lot of customization options and the lore behind them. Super cool. Yeah, I really like the Earthen. I like that we can have dwarves on Horde as well too. It's pretty cool. I think you need more. You level Earthen to 71 to 71 by only exploring. I saw people doing that on their streams earlier today. It's pretty entertaining content. Gotta head out. Just want to stop by and say hi. Have a good night. Well, thanks, Carthage. Hope you have a good night as well. Talk to you later. 10% armor. That, like, honestly, that's not a bad racial for tanking. Alright, looks like we got some spots freed up. Doing more heroics. Got a bunch of spots. John Chocolus, thank you for the YouTube sub. Do we have until Tuesday to camp on Valor Stones? I'm behind. Yes. Yeah, nothing is going live until Tuesday, so you have several more days to camp on Valor Stones. Oh, we gotta leave the instance group. Their beards and their hair options are amazing. Yeah, I especially like that you can have bearded lady dwarves. I love that. It's so great. Finally wrote alliance for this expansion to play a dwarf. Should have done my research. I mean, the good thing about that is like the division between the factions is smaller than it's ever been, right? So you can like still be in a guild with your friends. The only thing you can't do is like heroics, which has been an issue because my DK is alliance. And so when I wanted to go level it, I wasn't able to level with my guildies. I had to pick a different character. But we got around that. We got through that. Probably makes more sense to start Tuesday with 1750 Valor Stones. You should put my YouTube and my Twitch about me. Is it not there? I thought it was. Let me check on that. I thought I had a link to it, but I guess I only have Twitter and Discord. Yeah, we'll need to fix that. We'll need to fix that for sure. For now, I can grab a link to my YouTube channel for you. Just give me a sec. Do it the old-fashioned way. There you go. No problem. I already know my struggle is being the only Horde in Alliance guild. It's so goofy. Yeah, it's made this like gearing up early in the season very, very strange for sure. Looks like there's a few people doing Stone Vault right now. So we got more than one group going for the guild. And we'll pick up a pug along the way here. Valor Stones are not warbound. Yes, correct. Valor Stones are not warbound. So if you have multiple characters that you want them on, you have to actually farm them out. I know, right? I got the Blood Elf Slayer achievement in my Horde guild. If you had any Blood Elves online, they were probably sitting there like, wait a minute. Hey. Just wish the Earthen racials were a little better. We'd have a food buff racial that's worse than Panda and no fun travel racial and no stone form. Yeah. Compared to Dwarf and Dark Iron Dwarf, they're definitely a little underwhelming. Thank you for the YouTube sub there, Ghostly Bones. Really appreciate that. Welcome. I stream here quite a few nights a week. Not quite every night, but it's been close to it lately. Just really enjoying the new expansion here. Yeah, the other thing that's weird about Earthen is like not being able to eat food and having to eat gems. That was especially annoying like early in the beta testing when they hadn't implemented the like eating gems part, but they had implemented the you can't eat food part. Had to make mine horde, and it's got the red crystals and ice. Nice. Three warrior group. Oh yeah. One of each spec right now. What gems are cost effective to eat? I think you can eat just like the raw gems, but they are like 100 gold each right now. So I did see there was a vendor that sold some like white quality gems that I think Earthen can eat. I didn't really look into it, but that would probably be the way to go, because otherwise like you can kind of hose when everyone else can just munch on free mage food, and you're, even if you're not buying them, you're giving up like 100 gold of profit every time you take a bite. There's a flavored gem vendor. Yeah, that's good. It would be quite silly if there wasn't one. I was getting nervous that I'm going to fall through the boat. I have major trust issues with these decks, even though it's only happened one time. New expansion really got me on retail. I've been on classic. Nice. Which flavor of classic have you been enjoying the most, if I might ask? Dragonflight just didn't really do it for me. I think that was true for a lot of people. I really enjoyed Dragonflight for the content, but the story and the setting were definitely like, I'm not gonna say bad, but a little bit uninspired for what they could have been, maybe, is the way to put it. Happened to me once too. And I'm anxious every time. Wait, I can't. Okay. I couldn't get the orb there. Classic era, nice. Yeah, I played. I played World of Warcraft since launch day in 2004. So I've been around through all of it. But I did play classic in 2019 as well. I played a warlock. And I've kind of played a little bit of every expansion and every like kind of new version that's come out as well. I haven't been on it for a while now, but I was gonna go kind of hard on Season of Discovery. I was raiding Sunken Temple in Phase 3, I guess it was. But then Season 4 came out in Dragonflight, and I was summoned back to the guild. Like, they couldn't find anyone else to raid lead at that point, so. But I enjoyed playing Dragonflight, so I'm not sad that I came back. But I definitely enjoy Classic, even though it's definitely not the niche that I'm in as far as content creation goes right now. But maybe we could expand to that at some point in the future. I don't know. We'll have to see. A friend of mine keeps telling me to try Classic, but IDK feels like the PvE is a little lackluster compared to retail. I mean, it depending on what you like about retail PvE, that could definitely be true. The classes are definitely simpler. Like, raiding on a warlock in Classic era was, I guess you can actually use your dots on Classic now. But like, raiding Molten Core and Blackwing Lair was basically like Shadow Bolt, and then if you crit a couple times in a row, you probably need a wand for a little bit. Not the same experience that it is now, but I like the things that I like about Classic are like the more, I would say, old school RPG elements, like gear being very different from item to item, instead of kind of like, you know, you have your stamina primary stat and then 2 secondaries, which I don't think is necessarily bad. It's just very homogenized, and gear can be a lot more interesting than that. Oh, we got a lot of ads here. But I don't know. I definitely do like Classic especially like a fresh classic server launch. There's very little like that in gaming. Did I try hardcore? Sorry, I'm a little bit behind on chat here. Trying to catch up. Did I try hardcore? I did try hardcore. I got a paladin to like level 38 or 39 and it is still sitting there. The only character I died on hardcore was a warrior at like level 9, and that was because I charged a mob and got disconnected. And then it wouldn't let me in for like 2 minutes, and when I came back in, my character was dead. But I was very, very cautious on hardcore. Bad with Shadowlands. Dragonflight just felt kind of well. It didn't feel anything. It did nothing. I was unaffected entirely. I think that's a good way to put it. I liked it. I like the content. I like playing with my guild. Yeah, it was. I think it was a good healing expansion for retail WoW. I was going hard on SOD at first. I was in a solid raid team, Abyss Warrior gear, but just fell off when Season 2 started. I think that's true for a lot of people. Like, Season 1 SOD was, like, super, super popular. Tons of people were playing it, and then Season 2 started to fall off. And then Season 3 went on forever, and it kind of died. Classic just hit Kata as well. Yeah, I played a little bit of Kata, too. I got a Shaman up to level 80, but I couldn't find a raid team that kind of fit with the rest of my schedule, so kind of stopped working on that. Classic is the true MMO experience, but retail right now for me has been so good. Yeah, it's definitely got more of an MMO vibe, especially like the server community feel. There's class identity, that's true. In retail, every class can do everything. Yeah. There's something about it. It just feels like an RPG that I played as a kid, you know? Even though that was the wrong way. Even though, like, I was already in college when WoW came out. Headed towards Mob, which I had some of the best classes in the game's ever seen. So many classes peaked in Mob. That's definitely true, and I am honestly really, really looking forward to Mob Classic. Mob is like when I had some of my best memories in WoW. Also, the chance to do challenge modes again has me kind of salivating. I did them on Druid and Shaman back then. And I still like kind of exclusively wear those sets on those characters. So much fun. Classic, everything you do really matters, and gold is a lot harder to get. That's definitely true. Gold is very easy to farm on retail. I'm gonna say your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Mubarak Driosh, thank you for the YouTube sub. Paladin might be the most boring option in classic hardcore. It was definitely boring, but I don't know. I'd already done Warlock, so I mean not on hardcore, but I did Warlock in 2019 Classic, and that's my favorite class in Classic. Okay, well now we got nowhere to stand. It's all good. Progression through Throne of Thunder again is full on bucket list item for me. Unbelievable raid. Oh, it's so good. Raiding in Mop, like start to finish, was just super, super fun for me. Challenge modes were all you did. Nice. You go straight to the platform the boss lands on. Can you really? I tried doing that on the beta on a key one time, and I didn't pick up any of the orbs along the way, and I died because like you have the shadow debuff. So I haven't tried doing that on heroic, but blood has never pumped so hard in video games when I was in a cave with Vanish on CD and I was gouge running out. That's intense. That was very, very intense for sure. Let's see. 1 DPS spot for heroics. I gotta keep an eye on my valor stones. We're at 1753. Went straight to the boss today and it just killed you. Wait, this is... yeah, that's BP. These can go in the bank. So far I picked up a handful at the start, but got on the platform very early. If you get... because the buff like stacks duration wise, so if you get a few, you're probably safe. But if you skip them all, I think you die. Apparently there's a weak aura that flashes whenever you can spell reflect abilities. That's kind of handy. I don't know. I try to keep my weak auras from like overwhelming me. And you know, sometimes there's multiple things that you can reflect in a situation, but like you want to reflect a specific one. If you're not in the habit of using spell reflect, that would probably be really good. There's also a dude in the back giving up a big light pole that I've stood in. Interesting. I'll have to check that out next time. Worst case scenario, I die and then everyone else dies. Haha. Where is that void soul? Right there. You. I'll not let you cast. True, yeah. Stoneball is my fave. Feels very straightforward. It's a good dungeon. Like, it really is. The only concern I have about it is, like, these bosses were very, very difficult on the beta. And they may be extremely challenging for pugs that are not expecting them to not be a pushover. But yeah, as far as like dungeon design goes, I think it's really cool. Honestly, the Dawnbreaker has seriously grown on me over the last couple of weeks. Once you get it down, it's super quick, relatively simple, and the bosses are neat. It grew on me a lot over the course of the beta. Like, the first couple times I did it, I had no idea what was going on, and I hated it. And then once I figured out how to, like, navigate around the town, and, like, where the mini-bosses are, and where you're supposed to fight the boss, it definitely grew on me a good bit. I think it's got a cool factor to it in that you have a lot of flexibility in what you pull. Because a lot of these dungeons, like Stone Vault, you don't have to pull everything in the dungeon, but there's not really much that you can skip. And that kind of feels... I'm not going to say bad, but it feels limiting when you're like trying to come up with a route, right? Like, you've got these long hallways that you kind of just have to run through and pull everything, because even if you can shroud through it, you still need most of this for the count in the dungeon. So, I don't know. Also, the slows in here just kind of infuriate me. I didn't play beta, but from what I saw, single cast can wipe a whole group. On the second boss, the one we're heading to now, there is, like, the... He does the cast on Heroic, too. It just, like, it tickles on Heroic, so people don't really pay any attention to it. But he does an AoE cast that does very, very high damage, and there's also just high damage kind of pulsing out throughout the entire fight on Mythic. Now, I don't know how Mythic 0 is going to be tuned. I really don't. It could be way easier than we're expecting, but I think once you start to push up like past a 5 or 6, these places are going to be very challenging. And you know, on the one hand, like, it's kind of nice when dungeons are not a pushover. But there's kind of two ways the Blizzard at least in the past, has made Mythic Plus challenging. Either it's challenging like to time the key because it's just a really tight timer, or it's challenging to live the key because there's just a ton of damage going out. And like eventually you just hit a stone wall where like you can't survive the boss. And I tend to enjoy Mythic Plus more when the timer is tight because it feels a little bit more fair. And it feels like you have more options for what to do with that, right? That Molten Metal cast that Speaker Brock is doing, that's what you need to kick. And there's some points where he casts it where he's like not in melee range that are... You'll see he's gonna, like, so he jumps up here and he's gonna send the block across. And then he's gonna start casting it, and if you don't get over there and kick it in time, which is hard to do, even as a warrior, it'll probably result in some people dying. Calling it absolutely will be an absolute need not to rip keys. Yeah, for sure. If I could pull 2 dungeons from any area of WoW to get updated and made into M+, what would I take? Ooh, I love this question. I love that question, Higgins. Okay. I'm going to go all the way back to Classic, and I'm going to give 2 answers that might be upsetting to some people. The first is going to be Stratholme, particularly the Undead side. That was my favorite dungeon / raid in vanilla all the way back in 2005. I absolutely love that place. I have so many fun memories of being in there. Back when it was like a 10-man raid, and then later is a 5-player dungeon. So that would be one of them. And I think the other would probably be Blackrock Depths. Now, I don't necessarily want the whole thing back, and I know that it is coming back as a raid for the 20th anniversary event. I am so excited for that. But if you could take like a slice of BRD, maybe you start in the bar and like go through Emperor or something, and make it a Mythic Plus dungeon, I would vibe with that. I would love that so much. Season 1 is in theory the hardest because of lower eye level and tier bonuses, which are like meh. Dead Mines is a great answer too. I love classic Dead Mines. It's the first dungeon I ever did in World of Warcraft. Dead Mines is definitely a good choice. I was torn between Stratholme and Skolo for my first choice. Great choice for that. Yeah, I didn't like Skolomance as much. I think I have maybe I have more traumatic memories associated with Skolomance. But Stratholme, I love Stratholme. Getting to do that again in Classic in 2019 was like a huge nostalgia thing for me, and I would love to have it back as a dungeon. Forge of Souls, that is a cool choice. I like that too. Wrath of the Lich King had some banger dungeons. I'd love to see some of those back at some point. Maybe BRD will be the War Within's mega dungeon. Oh, that would be so cool. I would love that. Make it like a time walking mega dungeon. They're already doing like some, I don't know if they'll do that because of the updates that they're doing, but maybe they'll keep it in the like raid rotation. Because I think the classic dungeons are going to be a part of time walking even after the event. So maybe they'll keep it in the rotation. The reimagined Transmogs of Fire. Dude, they're so good. They're so sick. And I love that they gave new options to Death Knights, Demon Hunters, and Invokers, and Monks. Absolutely love that. Second choice might be a little fringe, but I really love the vibes of Well of Eternity. Okay. Dungeon really felt epic to me back in the day. I remember the first time I did that dungeon and got to, like, when you're running alongside Illidan. That was really cool. Yeah, I'm down with that. It's got interesting bosses. It's got some cool mechanics. Yeah, I think seeing some classic stuff brought back, like, I don't know. I definitely have more nostalgia for vanilla World of Warcraft than any other version. Even though I played every expansion, and there are things that I love about every expansion. Like vanilla is big time nostalgia for me, and I will fully admit that most of that is probably rose tinted glasses. But I mean, I don't know. I had a ton of fun with it in 2019 as well, so not entirely. Attack me, please. Yeah, thank you for that question, Higgins. That was great. I love talking about stuff like that. I love vanilla until the endgame heats up and the world buff meta kicks in. Yeah, that was not the most fun thing. Thankfully, I was not on a PvP server, so I didn't have to deal with people trying to dispel troll, but I don't know, maybe I would have been one of the dispel trolls if I was. Probably not, but I more prefer to mess with people that are my friends rather than complete strangers. Sorry, Wenji. Give tanks a brink, do violet, hold and plus, no routes, no worry about the count, just do the dang dungeon. I have so many mixed feelings about what you just said there, Bucktosh. Like, sure, it would be simple, but I don't know. I always hated doing violet hold because it's like you very, very quickly got to the point where you're just like killing stuff and then waiting for most of the time. And that is one of the worst experiences in a game to me. For sure, I put money on seeing mob souls in rotation this expansion. I feel like the pace of gameplay of that dungeon would fit with War Within Dungeon Pool extremely well. I think you're right on that. Ruffle. Yeah, waiting around is not really compelling to me. I said earlier, PvP gear, what eye level can you get? Yeah, I have full honor gear, which goes up to 626 in PvP situations, and you can upgrade it to 580 using just valor stones. As for outside of PvP, I guess. I upgraded most of my set to 580 because I've been doing a lot of stuff in war mode and trying to kill rares and stuff with 558 gear on felt really, really bad. Mentioning the violet hold gave me reflux. Yeah. If they did bring back something like violet hold, they need to add a lever that just like summons the next pack. Or just make it so that like they spawn immediately when the current pack dies. And like maybe you have like 10 seconds to get in combat with them if you need to. So your healer can get a drink, or you can like kind of reset if you need to. But yeah, waiting around in the middle of a dungeon is not my favorite thing. I think I'm too ADHD for that. What are they tuned to so the mobs are still up when the next wave spawns? They could. I mean, it would eventually get to that point, right? Like, once you push the key high enough and Fortified is scaling hard enough. But then, like, the other problem with Violet Hold is some of the mobs are just, like, impossible to actually move around. So that would get really hard for other reasons. It's a big chain pull to the boss. I mean, I think gauntlets can be done very well. Like, for example, I think once people figured out how to do it, the gauntlet at the end of Sanguine Depths was super fun. I really liked that as both a tank and a DPS. I didn't heal it, maybe ever, but Akesh, if that's how you say your name, thank you for the YouTube sub. Getting a lot of those tonight. Really appreciate it. this dungeon is gonna wipe an M+. Yeah, I think there's gonna be some nasty stuff in this place in Mythic Plus. I do like this dungeon though. I think the setting is really, really fun. And I love the banter between I don't know, the dude that you're going with and the BEO. Getting avoidance gear here. Why is it not speed? Give me speed gear. You'd have to have almost all the packs required for the next boss spawn at once so you could get a little creative and combine some pulls. Okay, that is a really interesting take on it. Just have all of the packs spawn and then you pull what you want to pull. But you have to kill them all before the next boss spawns. I could get behind that. I do think it's telling though that like in Legion when Blizzard both brought back Violet Hold, oh, there's a bunch of ads that I did not see because I was chatting. When they both brought back Violet Hold and created Mythic Plus, they did not include it in the rotation. So like they're definitely aware of the potential problematic nature of that dungeon for keys. There's also the well, okay. I'm gonna assume everyone has seen the opening cinematic to War Within, but there's also the problem that like, you know, Violet Hold probably doesn't technically exist anymore. We'll just put it that way to avoid full spoilers if we need to. The Razor Fins would be fun as a plus. Ooh, those could be cool. As long as that one escort quest is not a part of it. Yeah, those are underrated dungeons. I didn't really play those until like I think Wrath or maybe like late TBC, because I played Alliance until like mid-late TBC, and those are kind of out of the way for Alliance leveling dungeons, and like we didn't even really know about them or do them on Alliance side all the way back in Classic. And then I did them leveling as Horde at some point, and I remember liking them from the first time I did them. Yeah, those would have some good potential. New and Plus Dungeon, the Violet Held. Clear through the ex-prisoners and Dalaran creator. They give mages a non-troll use of their ancient portal of Dalaran. Shout out to Ancient Portal Dalaran, by the way. If you guys have mages, go get that and just casually place it when your friends are around. See what happens. I think my favorite time that I got someone with that, we were running a Mythic Plus dungeon, and I went to the Summoning Stone. I was the first person there. So I dropped the Ancient Dalaran portal and then stood on it like I was doing a summon on the Summoning Stone. Ooh, that'll be nice. That was one of my most troll accomplishments. Used to love Portal Roulette back in the day. Oh yeah, I would do that at the end of every raid. I would like ask one of our mages to do a Portal Roulette. I don't know, I feel like mages and trolling with portals has always been a thing. Because we had a mage in Molten Core all the way back in like 2005, who at the end of every raid would put a portal to Darnassus, because we were all expecting the portal to be Ironforge, and then like half the raid would end up in Darnassus, just on the other side of the world from everything you wanted to go to. And he would never follow us. He would just like create that one, watch half the raid, click it, and then create the portal to Ironforge. Or there was also the classic, if you remember back like early in Wrath, the way Wintergrasp worked was you made a raid for it and then queued for it together. And so mages would put a portal to Stonard right when like the Wintergrasp portal was about to open up, and you see like half of the raid go to Stonard. You're 10 out of 10, yeah. Yeah, the Ancient Dalaran one is that takes it to another level, because you can actually murder about half the classes in the game if they don't have a slow fall. One thing I've been wanting to test is in City of Threads, what happens if you life grip someone across one of the guards during the like spy minigame phase? I'm assuming they will that person will get captured by the guards. I know you can swap blast people into them, but you can't swap blast on like in a Mythic Plus. I've gotten a few of my friends with the swap blaster on that. Just catch them auto running and get them straight into the guard to get sent back to the beginning. I feel like that one is a very like low stakes trolling moment, because all it does is like move you away from the group for 10 seconds or so. But I feel like the life grip there has very, very high potential to be hilarious. The best life grip one was in Algathar Academy, though. If you're on the like air bridges where it like launches you from one platform to the next, if you life grip someone, they will just go straight down. Speaking of trolling, this DK is trolling with using A-bomb limb on this boss. Let's see, we're at 1,843 Valor Stones now. We're getting close to the cap. I think the last like 100 or so probably have very, very low value, because the likelihood of getting 0 Valor Stones before you're ready to start spending them on Tuesday is pretty low. But it does have some value. And, you know, I've got guildies who need them for upgrading stuff still, so we will help them out. I love Champion Spear. Cursor. That still gets me every time. I love it. Nice, got 2 of them. Okay, we should have a nice big safe space in the middle here. Alright, we'll get Franken in this one. Big thank you to everyone for all the subs on YouTube and the subs on Twitch tonight too. Thank you guys for all the support. Really appreciate it. We're not stopping the stream right now, but just wanted to pause and say thank you. Really appreciate all the support and all the love. It's been awesome watching the community grow, and I'm hoping that we can continue to keep it going as we head in Season 1 here. We got a full guild group again. Yeah, I love the emotes. Great stream, by the way. Thank you. It's only in part due to me. The interaction is what takes a stream and makes it great, in my opinion. And having you guys here to hang out and chat it's made this a really good time for me as well. So thank you all for coming by. We can get the damage buff this time. Waz knows what's up. The 3 Wrath RP dungeons have a soft spot for me. Nice. You know, they kind of do for me too. I remember running those the first day they came out with like a bunch of guildies, and that was like some of the most fun that I've had trying to figure out what we were supposed to do, because those were actually surprisingly hard when they first came out too. And we had no idea. We went completely blind. We had no idea what we were going to go up against. I feel like there's so many cool dungeons that they could bring back, and you know what? I'm so glad that they are bringing dungeons back. I just want to say that, because like for a long time, dungeon content in this game was like, it's there while you're leveling, and maybe the first week of an expansion, and then it's just kind of dead for the rest of the expansion. Outside of like doing random daily stuff, but like they were mostly inconsequential. The rewards were mostly like disenchanted. Obviously Mythic Plus changed that, and Mythic Plus has been around for a long time now. But there is a wealth of awesome dungeons in this game. Like, WoW does PvE content at least as good as, I would argue, better than any other game. And having it be brought back is just an absolute win. How's Juke's gear looking here? Okay, 574, not bad, not bad. We're getting him there. Where are we going here? This is the danger corner. Why? Why did it lead us all the way around? Here we go. We're gonna make it. We made it. Did everyone make it? Good. This guy spawned inside the crate, so I gotta stand like right here. Nope. Oh. No. Fail. Gotta run it down the middle now. Uh-oh. I guess not supposed to attack. Maybe if you run right under him, he does. Well, I'll make it over here. Nah, by 1G. These guys don't even have health bars. Now I'm stuck in combat with something. The big guy, I guess. Retired Lord Volazak. I've never seen this get aggroed before. I guess if you get too close to him, he will go ahead and attack. Or maybe he got clipped by a halo or something. Or we gotta go get the dude. He's like over here, isn't he? Yeah. Don't follow that nonsense. Just go to the dot on the minimap. Sorry, Wenji, I had to do it. I had to try it. I had to see if I could get away with it. The blue is shrinking? I'm just dumb, he says. Alright, how crazy do we want to go here? You know what? I think the answer is yes. How crazy? Yes. Let's just pull all this stuff for no reason. Big AoE, big numbers. Give me more to attack. This guy running into the boss fight is so funny. $1,903 valor stones. Wee. 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 Oh, I got rooted. I'm trying to bounce. I'm trying to see if it's possible to bounce from one orb into another. Wee. Oh, you just don't get bounced immediately. Okay. I was kind of hoping I could get myself like going back and forth a little bit. Might be a little fun. Got a strength pole arm. Alright, I think that is probably going to do it for me tonight, everybody. I'm getting a little bit tired. I got a couple things I need to take care of before I go to bed. Thank you all for hanging out and making this an awesome stream. I really mean it. I really appreciate it. Each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight and hanging out, chatting. Had a great time streaming tonight, and I'm looking forward to the next one, probably tomorrow night. Thanks everyone for the support on the Delves video. That thing blew up and has done extremely well, and thank you to everyone who watched it and gave it a like and a comment. Really appreciate all you guys. Yeah, good night everybody, and I will see you guys in the next stream or the next video. Farewell everybody.